said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to...
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds. Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 8 coming up. There's Wilson to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They juked him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. Here's a diving catch right side.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left.
That's complete to Mooney. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. After one, it's 9-0. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson steps away. Caught out left side by Robinson. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the give is Nwangu. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for KC. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that,
and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jared. Able to grow their lead. No CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 10. Wilson flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Matt Hawk now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. On second down, here's Nwangu. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mahomes going to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, Wilson gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. And we're gonna get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the Wangu. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 133 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nwangu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Nwangu, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Rolling to his left. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. The run is Nwangu. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Now it's Nwangu. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that
left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. To throw is Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Back to throw. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd and goal, Wilson steps away to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he'll stand in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. CeeDee Lamb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score, Chiefs 37, Bills 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Another run now for Nwangu. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are right back in this football game. After the interception, here's Wilson. Room past the 20. He's got Mooney. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Mahomes. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Man open is Robinson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Wilson to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Mahomes to throw it. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Butker's kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A big gain there for the Bills. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule? Coach is always about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he didn't knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So for the Chiefs, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will move them back to